I really don't want to hear it. I really don't want to hear it.
That would have to take me.
Are you talking about it?
Yeah, don't.
Hi, I'm Melanie.
Hi, I'm Molly, and welcome to our channel.
And we're together
for a moment.
And in honor of this momentous event, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Do you know I always forget? I forget it, and then sometimes I say it. It's the last things I say, and then I'm also like, I don't want to beg people to watch.
Yeah, you don't have to subscribe if you don't want to.
And so it's always an issue. But
it's more like hey, if you haven't and you want to, here's a little reminder.
Yeah, so do what you want. Yeah. So we're here today, and we don't have any topics, but right before I put in my Googler, I put questions to ask your grown daughter.
Oh, I'm not grown yet.
Do you know that I heard on the radio this week that, I think I've told you about this before, they are extending adolescence, and they are calling people now not grown up until they're 26.
That's ridiculous to me.
But they say that people don't grow up like they used to.
They don't. I agree with that.
I think I do too.
But the way to fix it isn't by raising the age. The way to fix it is to go back to teaching adult-like expectations.
And so they call it extended adolescence. And I listened while I was traveling down the road. I listened to a whole show on it. And I was like, we've got to do better. We've got to do better.
I don't feel like I am dogging a generation. I feel like these people are my peers in a sense. I mean, I get it if you're talking, 26, 27, and I'm 36, so I am 10 years older. But I have just watched, maturity.
They live at home longer.
They live at home longer. And I'm not saying that's always a bad thing, but it used to be like an exception. And now it's kind of like...
It's kind of like, well, used to, it's kind of like, oh, he's still living at home with his mama.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of like mom and dad are glad to have him. So there's a balance in helping your kids. How do y'all feel about that? A balance in helping your kids. And then sometimes helping your kids is saying, okay, honey, you're on your own now. Out of the nest you go. I've taught you all I need for you to know.
At Daisy and at Sam, and the ways that they've grown being out on their own.
Yes, and sometimes they've hated it too.
And it's not that they're without support. They are not. But they're out on their own. Yeah. Like, we support them, and if things arise,
we'll be a safety net.
Yes, but they've learned a lot. They can do their own laundry. They
Get out there and spread your wings and... Yeah. So it was just an interesting topic. Okay, do you want me to ask you these questions, or did you have things that we needed to share with people?
I have nothing. I mean, I have, I get on Instagram. If you don't follow us over on Instagram, that's usually where you will see me popping in. You don't usually use Instagram in that capacity.
I just need one time for you to just fully demonstrate it, because you have to talk. And I have my thoughts. I have like extended adolescence. I don't have concise thoughts. My thoughts were extended thoughts. And I think Instagram pretty much says, get your thought out there pretty quick.
It does, because there's like I know that it's 4 rounds. And a lot of times it catches me at a tail end, and then I have to go back. And then if I go back, well, then I guess I do another 4 rounds. And the next thing you know, I'm like, I haven't been very concise. I don't know.
Well, I know that I'm not. But all that to say, you're on Instagram. And if you will show me, if you will teach me.
You need to be able to pop on and do things, because it is easy. I think it's easy. And that's some way that I can connect with you guys. And I'm not always super consistent, but I am more consistent on there. And this last week, I'm like, we could have a whole therapy session if they want to just... talk about the burdens of life or whatever.
And also, just like adolescence, when there comes a time in my golden years, if I've got to do the social media, I just need you to be my net. But first you have to teach me exactly what to do.
And I'm not a good teacher.
And we're still not monetized, and we're still,
Which we
which
don't
is,
understand.
it says we break rules, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We're not political.
We're so rebellious and
we
controversial.
We don't say the virus word.
Oh,
we don't, because that's
we don't talk about. Well, I mean, we've had it.
I call it.
I've had it.
Yeah, we kind of glaze over that controversial.
We don't want to be controversial people.
No, we don't. And I don't know what it would be. I don't know. And there's no phone number to call.
I think it's because maybe sometimes this is kind of what I wonder. Is it because sometimes we talk about God? That's what I wonder.
But there's lots of
channels that talk about
say God. And there's channels that say Buddha, and there's channels that say all kinds of stuff.
Well, maybe, then who knows?
We don't know what we're doing to break the rules, but part of it is hurtful to me because I like to follow rules. For the most part, I like to follow the rules.
And you don't even know what you're breaking. They don't tell you what rule you're breaking.
No, it just says you do not meet our standards.
Over and over and
that just hurts my feelings. But you know what?
I just realized we don't have a mic set up, so I don't know what the sound quality is going to be like. I'm sure you guys can hear us, but I apologize.
This may not be quality. We may have to keep this short.
Well, I thought we were going to keep it short.
Yes, we are. Do you want to answer any of these questions, like who is your all-time hero? See, these make my brain have to do a sit-up.
I know, that's too hard.
Okay, well, what is your most prized possession? Okay. What is your favorite meal? Can you answer that one?
Wings, Wingstop.
Yes.
That's it.
I would say you're close to being addicted.
Yeah, I am. At least once a week, sometimes twice. And it's not that I don't like other foods. Like, I love this little local Italian place, but it is a little bit further away. So, I mean, it's local, but it's in Hallsville.
Yeah, it's local enough.
Anyway, I love that place. But, wings, yeah.
All right. If you had $20 to spend, what would you buy? $20 to spend. What would we buy?
What would you buy?
Oh, I'd probably go to the Goodwill. If somebody gave me $20, I would take great pride in showing them the abundance of things. Look, I went to the Goodwill.
Goodwill has up their prices.
They have. So has the Dollar Tree. But I would try to show them so they could be proud for giving me the $20. Look how much I bought with this $20.
See, and I'd probably go to Hobby Lobby.
Yeah. And probably we should just put it in the bank. I don't know.
Well, most likely it would just stay in my wallet. And I would use my card. I don't know.
Okay, what would you like to do when you grow up?
Oh.
I think you've arrived. Oh, this one is good. What do you most like to do with me? What do you most like to do with me?
Not shop. She's the worst person to shop with.
Why?
Because Daisy might actually, like, if we were to film something about why she's terrible to shop with, Daisy might actually say yes to joining in on that.
Oh, really?
Because anywhere you go, it's like, I could make this. I could make this for $2. I could make it, and they are selling it for $10. And I could make it for $2.
That's hard for me. That's hard
or this is just a replica. I mean, like, I have the real thing at home. Like, I have the old, the vintage, from back. This is just a, I have the real deal at home. Or you could find this at an estate sale for half the cost.
Cheap or garage sale.
And so it doesn't matter what you like.
Yeah.
The cost or quality or whatever is always bad.
Okay, not shopping. So, what
probably
do you like?
Just chit-chatting. I mean, it's just
Chit-chatting.
sitting and talking and
Well, with my mother, I just wanted her undivided attention.
Yeah.
I wanted, when we got to be together, I just wanted to spill all the deepest recesses of my heart, my hopes, my dreams, my disappointments, all of those things with her, because I knew she would take them all in, and then she would say, it's going to be okay. You're doing a good job. And then there was just something so healing about that.
Yeah, you're really good at that.
Well, my mother was so good at
I think yeah, I hope that I'm that way with Hattie.
And she didn't try to fix everything. She listened to my heart. And she was good about that. I'll have to say, growing up.
I think that you are good at knowing when you need to encourage with, conviction, or, like not when to let me off the hook with yeah, it stinks or it sucks or this is stinky situation or it's not good or whatever, and you're doing a good job, and when you need to say, well, here's a challenge that's realistic and reasonable, and you know when to use those.
Yeah.
So that when I come to you, it's not like, well, why don't you do this? And you fix it. You know when to fix it.
I guess to me is when you go to someone with a problem and they're just like, well, I'll tell you what you need to do is step 1, step 2, step 3. And you're thinking, no, that really doesn't even fit me or the situation.
Yeah.
And so you leave just feeling inadequate
yes.
Or that's not a person I can share that with again. Any problems.
Or obviously to them, I'm also failing like I am in my own mind. And I'm a failure all around.
But you know what? That's what I've missed so much about my mother, is just being able to pick up the phone and telling her, this is a horrible day. And she would want to, well, what's so horrible about it?
Mm-hmm.
And just her listening to it and then saying, it's going to get better and I'll pray for you and it's going to be fine and you're doing good on that, whatever.
Yeah, I think I don't do that for you. I think I'm like, Mom, why didn't you say blah, 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 blah? And you're like, oh,
I don't think of you being discouraging.
Okay, good. Well, because it comes from, I'm with you that it's a stinky situation.
Well, and I would respect your opinion because I know it comes from a good place in your heart. You know how you ask some people and they just want to tell you they just want to boss you around. They just want to boss you around.
Like Hattie.
Well, she got a report card, y'all. She did good on her report card. She needs, can we talk about that?
Sure.
She needs a little self-management help, but she didn't get
that was
bad.
a satisfactory minus.
Yeah, so, I mean, she's in the ballpark. She just has so many things she wants to share with the world.
What was she excellent at?
Was it art or Bible?
Art. Oh, and Bible. Excellent at Bible.
She can name off so many things, like the days of creation and the 10 Commandments, and they all go with a finger action.
Yeah,
I'm impressed.
They have fun little songs and rhymes and stuff that they do.
What causes you to lose sleep? Do you want me to answer while you're thinking? Because I knew that immediately. What causes me to lose sleep is when there is any disturbance in the peace equilibrium. If there are any family members that I think might be upset, any friends that I think might be upset, anyone in the public that possibly would be upset with me, I like tranquil waters. And if I know I'm a part of a situation, I don't like that at all. I want to fix it. And so, and you've told me this before, I've ended up being a peacekeeper instead of a peacemaker, because I will just, whatever it takes to keep the peace. And there are some times when I need to say, this is how we need to fix this situation.
Yeah.
But I avoid it like the plague because I don't like people not jihawing.
Yeah.
So that's me. That's what I would lose sleep over.
There are some people, like inspirational quotes and motivate, whatever. And there are people who are like living life unapologetically.
Oh.
And I was thinking of that, and I was like, that is the opposite of my mother. She lives life apologetically. Well, everything like, oh, I'm sorry, and just always explaining things, and I don't necessarily think that that's always bad.
Is it because I apologize for the boots
you apologize
I wore
for everything? Yeah, she got up there at the end of our lesson in Connect Group.
Yeah.
And we're talking about spiritual things, and then she's like, and I'm sorry about my boots. I just had to wear my boots today. And I think everyone was kind of like, wait, what? Now what are we talking about?
Well, because, hey, y'all, I've vlogged. So I don't know if Molly's already going to have it up or or if it will come after this. However you want to do it.
However, yeah.
But in that vlog, I really debated, are these boots, have they passed their prime with me?
No.
But they make me so happy.
Yeah, and I do not think you should get rid of them because you think there's an age to them, like an age limit or whatever.
There's fringe. And after our lesson was on John the Baptist, who had hair from here to under, and
wore the camel coat.
Yes, he was a unique individual.
Which I doubt looked as sharp as some camel coats. If you Google them, I don't think that it looked as sharp in my head.
But it made me know once again that it's okay to be a little different.
A little eccentric, unique.
So my fringy boots, but yet I had to bring them up. I could not wear them unapologetically.
You couldn't.
I know, that's not in me.
Yeah, I mean, over Christmas, we just got through Christmas, and you're just like, what is Mom going to have to explain and pre-apologize for that no one even needs an apology for? You just never know. I find it endearing, though.
Oh, good.
It's endearing to me.
Because I'd be really sad and sorry if it was something that just drove everybody crazy.
No, well, and I don't know. Maybe it does drive someone crazy. It doesn't drive me crazy.
Well, if it drives some people crazy in our family, they've been so kind as to not express it. Y'all may express it to each other, what I do that drives y'all crazy, but...
If I've said anything about it, it's that I find it endearing, and I look forward to it every year.
Someday you may have to tell me what y'all do talk about, but it drives me crazy when Mom does such and such. La la la. I really don't want to hear it. I really don't want to hear it.
That would have to take me.
Are you talking about it? Yeah, don't, because I really don't want to hear it. Because I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? I am thankful that in all of our family, we all talk and we all love each other. We may not agree on everything all the time. But I have to say, when the chips are down, y'all have got each other's back.
I'd like to think so.
I really do think so. I've seen it. I've seen it in action. I really have.
Sometimes I wish that siblings would let you know if they need something, because it is hard for people to ask for help or to say, I'm struggling.
Yeah, that's true.
And so then I sometimes feel like I didn't do enough, or I haven't done enough, or whatever.
But you didn't know it was a need.
But I didn't know. And that is not my natural tendency, is to go, here's a place I can do this. That is not how I naturally think. So,
yeah.
And there's some people that I know, and I admire that they can see something, and the next thing you know, they've taken you dinner, and you're like, I thank you, didn't even ask for it, but they saw a way that they could.
I love those people.
I know,
I admire those people. Yeah. I am not one of those people.
I'm not either.
But I'm trying. And I told y'all this morning in our group that last year, when I asked Bob what our word for the year should be, he said creme brulee. And I went with it because I thought it was sweet and funny. But I have a word for this year.
What is your word?
My word for this year is neighbor. Because I might be moving and have a neighbor.
Yeah, might being the big word.
I'm so excited about it. And I bought all those books on how to be a good neighbor.
She bought a bunch of books about being a neighbor.
And bless those people's hearts if they end up having to live next to me, because I'm like all up for it.
I told Mom, I'm like, maybe this is why you haven't moved yet, is because the Lord knows you need to, they're not ready for you yet.
Calm down.
He's got to prepare them for their new neighbor who's been reading books and with such excitement, and that they might be like, hold up a second, lady.
Well, I'll be excited. And then when I'm in that place of there's my neighbor, then I'm going to go, oh, they don't really want to see me. Oh, they wouldn't want to hear anything. Oh, these cookies are not good to take over there. It's probably the wrong time.
Yeah.
So
I could see you being like, I'm sorry I watched a movie if it was too loud. And they'd probably be like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. So although I sound very hyped up on here, it's because y'all know me and I know y'all. Speaking of I know y'all, what nice people are on here.
I know.
What nice people. I'm just like, how did we deserve this? There are such nice people.
Yeah, I had, when I did an Instagram story, Flossie, and a lot of you guys had commented
Flossie.
on it. And the name Flossie alone makes me smile. I know.
She's in Brisbane.
Yeah, and so you're just like, when I see something from Flossie, I'm just like, Flossie's still with us.
Yes, and Mary Ann, who's
Oh,
had
yeah.
a terrible time, and
just Sandy is ever
and
faithful to
Nan
watch.
and
Yeah,
Betty.
so many.
There's so
oh
many.
my goodness.
And
yeah.
if we leave any of you out, which we just did,
Yeah. It
I'm
still
just
means
amazed.
the world. Yeah.
I am just amazed. And then there's another one that I'm just praying for that has gone through a really difficult time. And if she's watching this, her and I've communicated this week, and I hope she knows that I am praying for you. You're dealing with a lot in your life. So back to that question, what keeps you awake? Did you?
Probably Hattie yelling for us 5 million times before she
So
finally
it's,
falls asleep.
so it's not a guilty conscience or worry or...
No, because honestly, guys, I have a prescription for sleeping
Oh,
medication.
Well, now we're down to the truth of it all.
Yeah, because it's like a migraine preventative, and it's also a sleeping thing, which a guy was explaining why that works so well together. But anyway, that truly helps me fall asleep and stay asleep.
Well,
sorry, that was not a dramatic answer.
No, that's the truth.
Yeah.
So that's good. Well, I think we're going to keep this short today. Was that a good way to end it? I don't know if there's another question that is so absolutely, how do I get close to my daughter? What should I talk to my daughter about? Some of these are fun, because some of those are deep.
Some of those make me sad, though,
that people aren't close to their mothers or daughters.
Or know how to communicate to one another. But I'm also glad that there are resources, because there's always today, tomorrow.
There's always hope.
Yes, and moving forward. Because if that's you, then I don't want you to be like, yeah, I'm an idiot, I don't know how to talk. No, some people, and we've met people who you're like, it takes them a while to kind of get that rhythm, because I don't think they were taught how to have a conversation.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Or maybe they grew up in a house.
That's
and
what I mean.
Whatever they said, it was the wrong thing.
It was the wrong thing. Yeah. So,
but I have to say, I've had friends who've been estranged from their sons and daughters, and I have seen God work in that with patience and prayer and with reaching out. So I would say it's never too late. Don't ever just give up. Yeah. But I bet even with our friends here, I bet there's some people who could say, I wish things were better.
Yeah.
And there's seasons where you in and out. But anyway, there's always hope. So don't give up. Don't give up at all. And we hope you won't give up on us, because we are trying, and it's 2022, and my word is neighbor. Do you have a word?
Well, today I was joking with Jonathan this morning when you mentioned that, and I was like, what is ours? Like perseverance.
There you go. And your life right now is exactly that. Yeah. Someday we'll talk about all that
more in depth
at the right time and place.
Yeah, there's a season, a time for it all. I don't know.
There's a time to laugh, a time to cry, time to talk, a time to be quiet. So we wish y'all well.
A time to grieve. Sorry, you keep trying to shut it down, and I'm just...
I know. If you have something else to say, I'll be quiet.
No, I don't. We'll be seeing you around more often. The room, it's a mess in here, but at least we have a spot. For a while, we didn't have a spot, so...
True. Yeah. So, see ya next time. I always want to say something really special.
Yeah, you need
on
to work on
some
that.
Old movie that Bob and I were watching, the lady in the movie goes, and I said, what about if I did that? And he was just like, oh, that's pretty cheesy. That's pretty cheesy. But I just liked it. Of course, she was cute and a movie star, but she went, but I'm going to do it this time. Bye.
Bye.
You could try it. I think we might need to come up with something better. Oh,
yeah, I know, but that's what you're good at.
Is what?
Creating pithy little things.
I'm not pithy. Oh.
So I've been listening to an I Love Lucy podcast.
Oh, yeah.
It's been really good. And then I've started that movie. And you said you didn't love it.
I didn't love it. I went back and I watched it because I wanted to.
Uh-huh.
But it's, more reality, kind of the dark, broody things that happened in that time. It's not an I Love Lucy episode by any means. So I'm not going to hate on it, but It wasn't what I had expected.
There we go.
Okay. So all I'm going to tell you is that I've done a vlog.
Okay,
Is that what you want me to say? And then you can
this
put
is
this
your
on.
vlog.
Yeah, how does that work? I'm doing a vlog and I'm trying to vlog that we're doing a video. So I'm totally confused. So
Part 8.
Part 8. I'm doing a vlog and she has to connect all these together.
Yeah.
And so
you're vlogging about how you've been vlogging. No,
I'm-
you're vlogging about how we got together to do a video.
to do a video. Yeah, so I guess that's it. Yeah, awkward. But hey, it's my first vlog. If this all works out, it's my first vlog.
Bob's like, your mom says that she's vlogging. Is that a thing? Like he I don't think Bob thinks it's a thing.
I've ventured out into
Yeah,
unknown territories.
And I was like, yeah, that's a thing. I watch people vlog sometimes.
Bob spends half of his life thinking that I have ventured out into unknown territories. But you know what the man told me today? He got into the truck and he said, "You smell good." And I said, "Well, you have redeemed yourself, because a couple of weeks ago he came into the house and he was like, 'What is that terrible smell?' And he went off the deep end. And I was like, 'What could the terrible smell be?' And he went on, 'That's awful.' And he went and looked in the trash can. And he went and looked there. And he said, 'You've sprayed something. What have you been cleaning in here?' And I said, 'No, I just put on some perfume.' And I told him, I said, 'That really hurt my feelings.' And he said, 'Well, I didn't mean for it to hurt your feelings,' which he didn't.
I know, but he also didn't realize it was
No.
perfume.
So today, when he said, 'Oh, you smell good,' I said, 'Well, you have redeemed yourself from 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I've been holding a grudge against you.'" Poor guy. All right. I think that's all that needs to be said.
Okay.
All right, Jonathan, we done it. Oh, that's our new closing big thing.
I like it.
I saw it on a black and white movie, and the girl was always going,